Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith, the Smith in the Black channel here, Ticker Talker, and if it's Tuesday, it's the Strat Attack Show. So, let's hop into the urban assault vehicle and see what we can dig up here. We got a new month. So, SPY, there's a couple ways to go here. As we start the new month, we really want to see if, the song remains the same, pretty much, so far. SPY goes to new highs again, just this creep, right? So, it is exhaustion risk, just going into new highs. You got the QQQ here doing the same, just ripping here, and so more new highs, and that's a bunch of the XLKs and SMHers, and so all that kind of stuff still going as of right now. So as we start off a new month, the other thing we want to look for here is Dow Jones. So Dow Jones here still hasn't gotten a new high. So the question is it going to make it? Are we going to have some sort of failure or some sort of reversal before we do it? Or is it just going to be the creeper of everything and coming up? So also the small cappers here still have room to, way more room to go to the new all-time highs, but it's still doing the creeper right now. And you get the weekly here. Stuck in here trying to go inside week to the upside, so we'll see. So to start off, it's the first day of the month, and so we've got a lot of inside days, which means it's either way for the monthlies, and pretty much the weeklies. You got Baidu. Here's an inside day. Also, potentially want to watch for this break of an inside month, because we know Baidu's been a lot higher in the past, and we'll see if they want to forgive it again. And you can see this big, used to be a lot higher, so we can see stuff like that. We've also got, like I said, we're watching Dow Jones and stuff, and Microsoft. It's an inside day. You've got Procter & Gamble, and the Dow would be your RevStrat day. I know these creeper things are barely hard to see, right? And you got Home Depot and that Dow, they're going inside day. And we've got, of note, AMD inside day still hanging around the highs, and you can watch that with the SMHs, because you got, we'll get LRCX in a little bit. Yeah, AMD, Microsoft. So basically, like I said, we're starting off a new month, and you can watch for the RevStrat day and MA and Visa to start off and see what gives there. If we go to some of the signals, the longer-term signals that we've only had a day or so, but here you've got WKHS, the workhorse, going inside month to the upside above 1968. It's there. Netflix take care of business, and you can see that inside month to the upside. Real nice stuff on that. So that's above 549.04, and it did it like this. This is what we look for. You get the inside bar, and you get stuck in here, and then it starts to drop in here, but it doesn't fall apart. And then boom, as soon as it comes back through here, stops are here, and here, and bam, and that triggers the inside month to the upside. It's a real nice day for Netflix to start off there. Tupperware. And I know, but it is inside month and up, and it has been a whole lot higher in the past. So we'll see what goes up with that. You've got in the trannies, rider systems here, and that's trying to come up here over 41.94. It's there. That's inside. That's also been a lot higher if you go to that on this monthly further back, because we also want to see if the transports can finish the job. They went inside month and up last month. But not new all-time highs just yet. And we know the airlines are having some problems, and we're still watching FedEx because it's also not onto its all-time highs as yet. So we'll see how that goes. If you go to Zen, Z-E-N, and here you've got inside month to the upside. So just exhaustion risk going into new highs, but that signal is still good. And it just took a real quick runner here. It's like boom today. So there's that. There's VeriSign. Here, and this is a nice triangle. They out the 2 up, the 2 down, and then boom. These become an outside bar of that and trying to take all this. And that gives you this monthly here, just barely trying to take it out here above 215.75. It's only by 3 cents, and you've got some more room for some all-time highs if you want to take that up. If you go to APD, exhaustion risk, because you're going into the highs. The hopes is you get the up sideways measured move and just crank this thing into the highs. APD. EGHT here, and this guy going inside month to the upside here, above 1731. We'll see if anything comes of that. Eastman Chemical, another one of these that's been higher here. It's been a lot higher, so it's coming back through this range. That's what we like to see, because we know when you have a range, you're going to see something like this. like so. The expando, then back through the try she goes. So hopefully you can rip through all this kind of stuff here off the inside month. Eastman Chemical, IQV, and this got a little bit more room to all-time highs. If we want to take that out, we'll see. Just got to be careful on the daily when you see something like this. They triangle them out, now they triangle them out, so it's got to stay up there. Otherwise, you can get this broadening formation to come back in on you. We'll see. We've got LVGO here. And I took an inside day today, and that's here. Going after the inside weaker, if they want to go this, and that's going to be above 142.11. It's there right now. CC, another one that's been higher. That's an inside week to the upside. So you always look at these monthlies and be like, yep, this used to be a lot higher. Now, they can see this. Triangle the out, and triangle the out. And now you're up above this. You want to stay there, but you do have your signal on the weekly. Like so. EXPI. This thing's another one of these gunners, and so a lot of this stuff, this is a nice inside weaker right there. But inside week to the upside, just exhaustion risk, and I'm going to get to some of these gunners here in a second. TDOC, still an inside week, so we'll see if this thing can heat up, because we know it can, above 225.91. And today, to get a start, went inside day to the upside, now trying to come after that week. We'll see. And then let's see, we have IBB. IBB had some problems down in here, so we'll see what comes of this, because now it's coming back into unchanged, and we know last month that it was a 2 down, and so far it's red on the month, so there's some issues over there to keep an eye on. Maybe BIIB, if they can really hit this thing and get the rev strat going down in there, but it's brand new month and all that kind of stuff. You got some distance on that. Also starting to set up rev strat weaker. Here's BIIB. We had some noticeable exceptions when this happened, and that's Jazz Farm. Jazz Farm we knew about last week, that weak and upper there. It also, when the IBB was coming down, was an inside month to the upside last month, and it's been higher. You can see this range in here where they stop them out here, triangle the out, triangle the out, triangle the out, and now coming back through. And today is an inside day. You can look at something like EW. Didn't flinch either. That's an inside day in the bio too. So we'll see if they want to hold up. Because then there's the running with the pack crew. All the guys that just keep going. Your Burritos, CMG, Apple. Apple, Baba. I mean, all these things are just screaming PRLB, DY. NVIDIA's, all these things just still going. Lulu, AVGO, which we knew about because of the inside week and the inside month combo, right? We did. Okay, so all these things just still ripping to the sky. You got a little Qualcomm, like Lulu, John Deere, all these things just, you just go to the well till it runs dry, because that's pretty much what's going on right now until we get some corrective activity. We do have, on the downside, we have Pfizer. And Pfizer, out of the Dow you go, and inside month and down in the Pfizer. So some of these drugs to keep an eye on. ARCT. Also here, that's a 2-2 monther to the downside, reversal down. And it's also here on the week, the inside week and down, clocked. So we'll see if there's anything more comes of that. They really smoked this thing. There's your try. If we go to VIR, also got smoked today, and that's giving you the month to the downside, 2-2. LRCX is still limping along here with the tech flying. So this is closer to going 2 months to the downside for the compound 3. And today you can have an inside day, all right, to see what that wants to do out of there. You've got GBT in the bio here, also inside week to the downside, so wants that with the bio as well. ICPT here on the monthlies doing this. Here, the 2-2-2 and trying to take it out. It's also an inside week 1-bar rev strat already. And so you can see this tight range, triangle them out, and now coming back through the range. So we want to see if we can take this thing back down and take all these guys out in one shot. If we go to ABC, monthly, taking out last month's lows. We were looking for that because we had this, just ran out of time. And now these two are an outside bar of that. We're going to see if we can be weak enough for this or more. Would be nice. Big lots. Not totally the end of the world and probably an inside month, but You do have that taking out last week's lows, 2-2 reversal. XLU, also a little boring, but sets up the Rev Strat month. They want to bring in some of these Utes inside and then pokes that up and coming back through. You got things like Ed here already inside month and down. You've got Alt inside month and down if they want to take her back to Davy Jones's locker after the shenanigans up into here and then melt her back down. Energy's boring, but you do have Chevron and Fang Energy taking weeklies, taking inside weeks to the downside. Not too exciting. So, like I said, we're starting a new month. We want to see, when do we get any corrective activity out of these gunners, or is it just keep going to the well, keep going to the well? We got earnings out because you had stuff like ZM just blast off here. It's TM and Shopee still doing its job, trying to and going back to the highs again. We also had QDEL. QDEL, we'll see if this thing gets in more trouble because today, an outside day to the downside, so we'll see if more comes of that. Let's take a look at XLV. In XLV, you can see not doing too much. Did have that 2-2 reversal. So yeah, we're gaining information as time goes on here, and as each week we'll reconfirm what we see. And so as far as we know, SPY goes to new highs again until that changes, until something significantly changes. It's a lot of the same playbook, sticking with the strength until it's not. So that's going to do it for today. I'm Rob Smith, the Smith and Black channel here. Ticker Tiger with a Strat Attack.